So good morning and welcome to Breaking Dawn. It is Wednesday morning. I can't believe it's Wednesday already, fellas. We already almost to the end of the week. My goodness. So it being Wednesday, usually we would have Behind the Badge, but Sergeant Greenwich is currently at the airport and will be boarding a plane at 6:30 a.m. or around 6:30 a.m. So he will be in the air around that time. So we won't be having the segment this morning. But we got a few things to cover and a very interesting report coming out from the UK that we can discuss along with another report coming out from the TTPS just a couple days ago. So we'll get to all of that. Good morning to the regional viewers and everybody watching us internationally. Hope everybody had a terrific night and we at it again this morning, all right? So the World Cup. Let me just take a little pause for a cause here with the World Cup. Oh boy. Yesterday at the World Cup, we had a few surprises, but not really a few surprises. It's just England, boy. Oh gosh, boy, England. I tell you, it's England World Cup to throw away, It's their World Cup to lose. But yesterday was very interesting. The African nations are well represented there. Well, Portugal romped Uzbekistan 5-0. And Cristiano Ronaldo had 2 goals in that game, so he is now on the score sheet. And all the big players have shown up at the World Cup now. I do not think there is any big player that has not shown up yet, right? Because everybody firing at all cylinders. This is turning out to be one hell of a World Cup, I ain't lying. The competition is stiff, and the games are pretty good. Well, this game with England and Ghana yesterday, England cost me money. They cost me money. They cost me money. Yeah, they did. They did. They cost me money. I needed England to at least win the game 2-0. They had to win by 2 clear goals, which I thought they would have been able to do. But Ghana parked the bus, boy. Meaning they lock it down defensively. They played a defensive, like our old Azzurri Italian style of football. Defend, try to catch you on the counter-attack, and then lock up shop. That's what they played yesterday. So they parked the bus against England. England could not get the ball in the back of the net. Ghana did have their chances. But 0-0 at the end of the day. And then you had Croatia defeating Panama 1-0. And Colombia defeated the Congo 1-0. Munoz with the goal there for Colombia in the 76th minute. I think the Croatian game was a late goal as well. As a lot of those teams struggled yesterday, They struggled to put the ball in the back of the net, at least the last 3 games, against what we thought, or what I thought would have been easy opposition. Yeah, Croatia in the 54th minute, the second half. Yeah. So today is very interesting today. We have some good games today. All right, so today in the World Cup, what do we have? We are going on in the World Cup today, boy. Here we go. Woo! You have 2 games at 3 p.m. You have 2 games at 6 p.m. And then you have 2 games at 9 p.m. All right? So what you're going to get is the closing of Group A, B, and C. So all the groups now have played 2 games. So the last game in each group is played at the same time on the same day, so that I don't play before the rector. And having played before the rector know, well, okay, I'll score X amount of goals, or Stefan won the game and we could play for a draw. No, everybody had to play to win. So Switzerland will take on Canada. That should be a very, very good game. We have Bosnia and is it Herzigo? I think so, versus Qatar. I can never get the pronunciation of our country correct. Morocco will play Haiti. Now, and Scotland will take on Brazil at 6 p.m. So you have the Morocco-Haiti and the Scotland-Brazil game at 6 p.m. That's Group C. Group B is the Switzerland-Canada and the Bosnia-Qatar, right? And then at 9 p.m. tonight, we're going to have the wrap-up of Group A, which will include the likes of South Africa versus South Korea and the Czech Republic versus Mexico, all right? So I could see, I don't think South Africa could beat South Korea. I think South Korea is going to win that game. And I think Mexico should win this game. All right? They should win this game and beat the Czech Republic. Morocco should defeat Haiti relatively easy. Bosnia over Qatar. And I would take Switzerland over Canada. Although the Swiss, they ain't like what they was last World Cup, but I would take Switzerland over Canada. Right? Maybe I take over 1.5 in that game. But those are the games today. So World Cup action is in full swing. So from 3 p.m., the action starts all the way down till 9 p.m., all right, which is the last game. And those games should be very interesting. We just a blink of an eye away from the round of 32. And don't forget, for this World Cup, with the format and the amount of teams, you have the best 8 third-place teams that will move forward to the round of 32. Personally, I'm not in agreement with that. I find if it's the top 2 teams, it's the top 2 teams. But they had to make up the numbers to make it 32, and then to break it down to 16, and then 8, 4, and the finals. So, yeah. I only checked yesterday, Chris, Shane, while we were filming the 50 officials, Shane said, so you'll be here for the World Cup final, and it's only when I check it I realize I'll be in St. Lucia, That's like the Carnival Sunday in St. Lucia, boy. I don't hope we know where to go, boy. Around that time, I think that game will be playing at 6 p.m., The Carnival Sunday. Good. I wonder if you got anywhere to go, boy. Carnival Sunday, Good. Hopefully it's a morning vibes up there. We'll see how it go. We'll see what happens. Because, boy, depending on who in that final, I know, boy, I know. I had to check the draw, though. I had to check the draw to see who could bounce up who. But I think Netherlands, England, and I cannot weigh or measure Portugal just yet. They beat up on Uzbekistan, but I can't gauge them yet. Right? It's the same way that you can't gauge Brazil because they draw with Morocco and then the rest 3 on Haiti, and you can't really gauge those type of games, you know what I mean? The same way I couldn't gauge Germany when they defeated Curacao 7-1. And then they came back and they showed some backbone when they came back and defeated Ivory Coast 2-1. But I think Ivory Coast is going to go far in the tournament. I think that's the African nation that will go the furthest. I think they could get at least to the quarterfinals. Yeah, they're playing a nice brand of football, boy. Anyway, let's get into some of the headlines this morning. So, the UK flags TNT gangs. Official report suggests 186 criminal networks responsible for a third of this country's murders. Analysts warn it could hurt asylum visa chances for nationals. You think? Lord Father, I tell you, to state the obvious, Lord of mercy. All right, then you have stakeholders warning that CPEP transition to farming will be difficult. Well, nobody ever said that progress is easy. Progress don't come easy. It's always a difficult road. And usually it has to get worse before it gets better, right? But what are the analysts saying? Or the stakeholders? I'm sure it's what we already know, but nevertheless. As CPEP workers in Tobago get ready to replace their bushwhackers with farming tools, stakeholders are anticipating a difficult transition as many believe an overhaul of the work culture is required. Now that's a very, very, very interesting term, the work culture. You see, we have a problem with that in Trinidad and Tobago. We have a horrible culture in terms of working. During Monday's budget presentation, Tobago House of Assembly THA Finance Secretary Petalan Roberts revealed the CPEP program will now fall under Division of Food Security. Roberts said workers will be employed on mega farms in an initiative designed to boost Tobago's food resilience. And she anticipated a doubling of the agricultural output in the next fiscal year, with the sector's contribution to the island's gross domestic product moving from 1 to 2%. Now, Curtis Williams, chairman of the Tobago arm of the Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Industry and Commerce, told the media that he was eager to see Thursday's budget debate for a more detailed explanation on how the program will be implemented. However, he said a shift in mindset is required for the initiative to bear fruit. Re-engineering the CPEP mentality or the minds of the CPEP folks into farming is a difficult task. They normally do 2 to 3 hours on a morning, if so much, and to get them now going and treating with agriculture in a massive way is not an easy task. Williams said he anticipates some pushback from CPEP employees and queried what their working hours would be on these mega farms. Now, I will come back and touch this, right? Because anybody that is employed or was employed under any CPEP, any CPEP contract or even URP, you see that's the problem. And you see now the problem coming back to raise its head, because we have encouraged a culture of I go and work for 2-3 hours and pack it up. And I'll get $79 a day. And you're happy with that. Right? And you're happy with that. And that is the work culture of Trinidad and Tobago when it comes to programs like this. When you look at what the Prime Minister and they're doing with the upkeep program, and I understand that the Minister of Local Government has read the Riot Act, and people starting to get paid now. So they got a fortnight last week. I think in 10 days they're getting another fortnight, and they're going to bring them up to date. All right? That is the information I got yesterday. All right? So once that is the case, because the payments were being stymied, and I said she has to get radical, and she did. But when you look at those programs, right, you have working 2-3 hours a day, getting $79, going nowhere. Right? But when you run things like that for so long, and people get accustomed and comfortable with that style of work, we encourage nonsense. So when it's time to change that cultural mentality of people, it becomes a difficult task. But look at what you're going towards. You're going towards a higher paying job. Yes, you have to work more hours, but it's more beneficial to the country, or equally beneficial, or I guess more beneficial, because our country needs to be able to feed itself. So there's a heavy focus on agriculture right now, not just in Tobago, but in Trinidad as well. We now have our own black-eyed peas that we grow in here, that we used to import. So now in terms of the food import bill, you could scratch off black-eyed peas. You understand? Anyway, what else we have? We will come back to that. I'll get some thoughts on that. We have Joshua Samaru's father in good spirits despite detention. So in a good spirit. And he should be. I think the police just hold him for a little 48. Just to tell him, look, cool yourself. Just calm down. Right? Hold some strain. We understand. But just hold some strain. But it's good to know that he's in good spirits. PSA. The PSA wants food cards and fuel assistance in back pay deal. All right? Now remember, they've been negotiating for cash options and non-cash options, as the government said. So the PSA has submitted a counter proposal to the state seeking to have part of the non-cash component of the back pay owed to its members provided through food cards, fuel assistance, and other benefits. Now, the media understands that the union has formally responded to the Chief Personnel Officer's best and final offer, which proposed that 40% of the outstanding arrears be paid in cash and the remaining 60% through non-cash benefits. However, the PSA is reportedly seeking the reverse arrangement, requesting that 60% of the settlement be paid in cash and 40% through deferred cash measures. And contacted yesterday, CPO Commander Dr. Daryl Dindial declined to confirm the details of the union's response, saying it would be inappropriate to discuss the ongoing negotiations before further discussions are held with the PSA. All right? All right, so we are looking at, I think the PSA, that's the move I would have made. I would have go for a reverse of the 60-40. I would have won 60 in cash. Right? And the next 40, if I get it in non-cash incentives, no problem. But I want to agree with them. I really don't like that 40% cash deal and 60 non-cash. I find if you're going to split it, you should get the bigger percentage should be in cash. Right? Now, the Prime Minister did say that they were going back to the Parliament for the media review for that $2.93 billion. To service the higher wage bills, right? Now, I would imagine that can cover probably 60% in cash to the PSA. All right? I don't think they would go and request any amount of money that would not cover those negotiations. Because remember, while the 10% is on the table and it has been agreed to, whether in terms of the back pay, whether they get it in cash or non-cash or how much you get, that was another part of the negotiation. So I would imagine that part of that money would go towards that. And then we have David Lee. Lee holds emergency meeting with HEC execs after $3.4 billion project cancellation. So the HEC decided, the board took a decision to cancel the $3.4 billion design, build, finance, housing procurement program because the OPR is just going around in circles. Beverly Cannon, apparently, I don't know. So the time frame passed. There was a certain time frame, the standstill time frame. I'll see if I get Philip Alexander on the line this morning to deal with that. But they did decide to cancel it. And they're going to apparently start another process, and they're going to add on some houses as well, right? Why the OPR is taking this length of time? As a matter of fact, I'll find out from him, if he answers his phone this morning, the time frame that the OPR ought to be working with. But we'll see. All right, I'll see if I can get him on the phone with that. But we're 21 minutes past the hour, 6 o'clock this morning, and we have to go to the break. But as we prepare to go to the break, I want to remind you about Elders, because this vacation, Elders Classes is offering 3 exciting opportunities for growth and success. So those 3 options include the 3-week AI course, where you can gain competitive edge, learn to master practical AI tools, and transform your business projects and school assignments. You also have the CSEC vacation classes, all right, where parents You could set your teenagers on the right track for the new school term. Just enroll them in the 6-week program for Forms 3, 4, and 5. You also have the conversational Spanish. And if you're ready to speak Spanish with confidence, join the lively 7-week course and open doors to new opportunities. So call 627-8632 or WhatsApp them on 715-5480 to register. We also have the College of Therapeutic Massage and Beauty Culture Limited. And if you are considering a lucrative career in massage therapy or cosmetology, then you want to get in contact with them now because they're enrolling for September 2026. And you can learn from the experts of 40 years in the field and also train for a job in the fastest growing industry in the world. They are registered with the Ministry of Education. They are registered with the Accreditation Council of Trinidad and Tobago for a gate-funded massage diploma. And they are also registered with the National Training Agency to teach a cosmetology level 2 CVQ. You can call them now on 658-3907 or you can WhatsApp them on 496-1111. And with that, we take the first break. When we come back, we will take a look at the report coming out from the UK with the 186 gangs and another report about suspensions in the TTPS. Stay tuned. We'll be back after this.
You're a long way from home. This is Brazil.
Brasil! 2026! Brasil! Brasil! The five Kings are back! Alisson, Ederson, Weverton, Alexis Sandro, Danilo, Douglas Santos.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Big sale event at Salinas and Sebastian's. Graduation, prom, weddings, Father's Day, or just stepping into your next big moment. We've got you covered because Salinas and Sebastian's, it's more than a suit. It's the perfect fit when it matters most. From the boardroom to date night, look sharp, feel confident, and show up ready. And because value matters, now is the time to dress best for less. Enjoy 25 to 35% off special suits and create a look that's uniquely yours. Complete the look. 35% off dress shirts, up to 50% off selected dress shoes with any formal purchase. Sneakers, buy one, get one free, or buy one and get one half price. Ladies, 25% off selected dress shoes for your special moments. Dress for the moments that matters most. Salinas and Sebastian's, located at Gulf City Mall, upper level. WhatsApp 715-9533.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsane, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
TT Bet Arena is your one-stop entertainment destination and
Welcome to Antigua Mass. Them people have no behavior. They have no behavior. Welcome to Antigua Mass. Clear out how you know it's danger. How you know it's danger.
In your relationship or sensing someone interfering between you and your partner? Connect with Pandit Anirudh, known for powerful and result-oriented love solutions. His effective love spells have helped many reunite with lost partners. If you face family conflict, marriage issues, negativity, or financial stress, his strong mantras bring quick relief. Know what lies ahead in your love life and future through powerful astrology readings. Many lives have changed. Now it's your turn. Contact +1 868 278 0399.
Get ready for Generations of Steel, the sweetest pan show bar none.
Featuring Desperados,
Shell Invaders,
Massey Trinidad All-Stars,
First Citizen Supernovas,
and the pride of the South, Fun Clear. Plus their talented youth bands. Saturday, July 11th.
at the iconic Grandstand, Queen's Park, Savannah.
Showtime, 6 p.m. till 10:30 p.m.
All performing their most exciting and multifaceted repertoire. Coolers allowed.
And hear this one. First 800 tickets sold. Admit 2 persons on 1 ticket for only $350.
The quadraphonic tickets admits 4 persons for only $600.
The single band tickets cost only $200. If bought by Saturday, June 27th.
Children 12 and under, accompanied by an adult. Admission is free. Get yours now. Available at islandetickets.com.
At Crosby St. James.
All Kenny Sports.
All Extra Foods Supermarket.
Westby, Tagarigua, Anthony's by the Park.
Jumbo Foods Barataria.
GAC Electrical, opposite Starlight, Tigger Martin Main Road, TARP Office, Belmont, Mirage Westside Supermarket, Arima, and all participating bands. Presented by Super Panman, Dane Gulston and Friends.
Supported by CCN TV6, The Express Newspaper, and I-95.5 FM.
For more info, call 732-3402.
Cars, sports, careers, food. We men always talk about these things, but not about our health. Did you know that testosterone is responsible for muscle mass, strength, deep voice, healthy hair growth, and the sex drive? With low testosterone, we may not achieve our potential. The good news is that Jameson Power for Men is an excellent testosterone support. Take Jameson Power for Men and perform to your max. Jameson, here for your health.
Every day at the castle, long before we open our doors, our work begins. Our famous seasonings are mixed in advance. We select our fresh chicken parts and prep our delicious sides. Then we fire up the fryers and rotisserie oven. Everything is made with tasty local herbs, spices, and the same long-loved recipe since 1968. So, when you come in, remember that we uphold our culture and our taste just for you. We are your Royal Castle.
You will not deny that this is the maddest place on earth. And we go shout from the top of the mountains. This is the greatest place, our great escape. My favorite space, the maddest place on earth. Would you believe me when I tell you? Better you come and take a sample. A little bit is still a lot to handle, but you can find no other example. We really have a different kind of style. The elders did you to me as a child, and this is how we know that we are alive. Fancy people never need to go to start a vibe. It's fancy time, June and July. You need to fly up to the maddest place on earth. Can't tell no lie.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Astrologer Mohit Ji is known for providing insightful astrology guidance for complex life situations, dealing with love confusion, delayed marriage, partner distancing, or serious relationship breakdowns. His approach focuses on understanding the root cause and guiding you toward the right path. If financial instability or business setbacks are affecting you, his spiritual remedies may support positive change. With psychic reading, horoscope analysis, and palm insights, he offers practical clarity. His services also include protection from negative energies and removal of bad luck. Call at +1 868 334 2796.
All right, people, so we're back on Breaking Dawn. We are 27 minutes away from the hour of 7 o'clock. So in the news this morning, there is this flagging of Trinidad and Tobago gangs, an official report suggesting 186 criminal networks responsible for a third of this country's murders. And the analysts warn it could hurt asylum and visa chances for nationals. Now, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Sean Sobers, has been working very hard to have that visa requirement reversed. All right, now this report, whether it will have an effect on what he is doing or not, he'll have to build his case for Trinidad and Tobago to have that visa requirement reversed. But let's get into this article, right? So international relations lecturer at the University of the West Indies, Dr. Michael Pawinski, believes the latest report from the United Kingdom on gangs in Trinidad and Tobago places the country in a negative light. And Pawinski said yesterday that this report, coupled with last year's visa restrictions imposed on the country after the number of asylum seekers to the UK grew exponentially, does not help the country's image. The report was published on June 5th by UK Visas and Immigration as part of its country policy and information note series, and was designed primarily to assist British officials in evaluating asylum applications. Now, according to the report, criminal gangs remain heavily concentrated in economically disadvantaged urban communities, particularly in and around Port of Spain and along the east-west corridor. The assessment estimates that approximately 186 gangs were operating in Trinidad and Tobago as of 2023, with a combined membership of around 1,750 members. It linked those organized criminal groups to roughly 1/3 of all murders and involvement in a wide range of criminal activities, including kidnappings, armed robberies, extortion, human trafficking, and the illegal firearms trade. Now, among the most influential groups identified were the Muslim and Rasta City gangs, which the report said serve as major power centers around which smaller gangs often align. Asked how this latest update may impact the country's image, Pawinski said, quote, "There's connection between the gang activity in Trinidad and how other countries are deciding on imposing further restrictions, which is negatively impacting the image of Trinidad as a potentially unstable country that is unstable to manage their internal security." Even with the ongoing state of emergency, which the country has been under with less than a month's break in between since July last year, specifically called to address gang violence, Pawinski says that may not be enough. And in a media report last December in the Times, it was revealed that asylum claims from Trinidad and Tobago nationals rose from an annual average of 49 between 2015 and 2019 to 439 that year. A UK government spokesperson was at the time reported to have told the newspaper that a new requirement was imposed to address the growing trend of people arriving as tourists and then claiming asylum. Now, the article goes on, but let's stick a pin right there. We're talking about 186 gangs, possibly, with a membership of 1,750 people. 1,750 people. Now, let me just do a little calculation here. 1,750 divided by 186. Right. Now, That's an average of 9.4 members per gang, all right? Which is, it's not like that, but the vast majority will carry, the bigger gangs will carry the larger numbers, and you have the smaller gangs that will latch on to them. But that's an average of about 9.4 persons per gang, all right? My thing is this. We are in back-to-back state of emergencies where we're supposed to be dealing with these gangs. And if the UK report is accurate, and we have 1,750 gang members in Trinidad and Tobago, it means that 1,750 people are keeping the country back. And that is just ridiculous. It is ridiculous that we can have less than 2,000 people in this country keeping the entire country back from progressing. That's sad. Now, of course, it is going to be more than 1,750 because you have to take into consideration you have members, then you have the acquaintances, you have the people around them. So you could probably up that figure across the board, I would say, to a little over 5,000. Just with a quick calculation off the top of my head. All right, with a quick average. Right, so even that figure is ridiculous. That 5,000 people could be holding 1.5 million people ransom. Further to that, if that is the number, and those are the gang members that are creating havoc in Trinidad and Tobago, why can the police not get these 1,750 people and remove them? You understand? That's a relatively small number. And that small number is keeping us back from doing other things. Now, there's another aspect to this that I want to bring in, where the Prime Minister or the government of Trinidad and Tobago has recently said that the Navy SEALs are working in Trinidad and Tobago. That's not, I'm going to pull it up here. Right, that's it. Give me the Navy SEALs headline. Yeah, you have it. Trust me. So, thank you. So, Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar has disclosed that as the United States continues to play a role in assisting Trinidad and Tobago, this country will be getting more vessels and military personnel to protect its borders. And she noted yesterday that contrary to what existed under the former People's National Movement administration, the country's borders were secure, more Coast Guard vessels were operating daily, and the radar system was functional. And she went on to say, where is this? Why these things just pop up, man? Yeah. She said, quote, "The reports are pointing to a decrease in drugs flowing into the country from South America, but it is still continuing through coastal areas in South, Southwest, and Central Trinidad. The Caroni to Marabella coastline continues to be a problem, especially areas covered by mangroves and squatter communities. The coastal squatter communities are heavily infiltrated by criminals and gangs," she said in response to questions from the Express by phone. And she added, "We will be getting some additional vessels from the U.S. in the coming months, and the American military and intelligence agencies are also increasing their presence in Trinidad to assist our crime-fighting initiatives." Persad-Bissessar also disclosed that there are currently U.S. Navy SEAL team members in the country handling logistics for a larger deployment of SEAL teams to Trinidad and Tobago. And the SEALs, which is an acronym for Sea, Air, and Land, are the Navy's most well-known special operation force, according to the U.S. Department of War. They will work to provide support and training to the Coast Guard and Defense Force for border protection, drug interdiction, and internal security, she stated. The Prime Minister said, as the head of the National Security Council, she receives regular reports, and the data has shown that serious crimes are down. Okay? So, we have the situation with the gangs and this UK report with 186 gangs, 1,750 members. We have the US Navy SEALs in Trinidad and Tobago right now working to improve our border security, to improve security both offshore and on land, okay? He also gave Guevara an A grade for his performance over the first year in charge of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. Now, with that A grade, I want to mention this now. Give me the 290 cops on suspension. Just recently, the Homeland Security Minister mentioned that they would be looking to increase the resources within the police service, right? Now, Guevara, who has recently gotten a grade A from the PM on his performance, has put out information that 290 police officers are on suspension as the commissioner moves to root out negative elements in the TTPS. So, 290 police officers are currently on suspension. This, according to Commissioner of Police Alistair Guevara, is part of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service ongoing efforts to address misconduct within the organization. And in an interview at the Police Administration Building, Port of Spain on Thursday, he said one of the challenges facing the TTPS was a public perception that police misconduct often went unpunished. And he argued that while allegations involving officers frequently receive significant attention, disciplinary and criminal proceedings against those officers attracted far less public interest. And the commissioner said shortly after assuming office, he was confronted with several incidents involving alleged misconduct by police officers and recognized the importance of taking action against individuals accused of wrongdoing. As an example, he referred to the case involving PC Stephen Khan, who was charged with misbehavior in public office following an investigation into the tampering and theft of police exhibits. All right, and he was also charged after an estimated 242,000 in marijuana was removed from Michiganas police station in February. All right, but the long and short is that he is saying, look, the police are doing their job both in-house and, of course, in public, right? Trying to apprehend certain individuals who are involved in nefarious activities. But 290 officers are on suspension right now. Okay, now Pitt and Greenwich have always said that the police goes before the court. The police investigates their own, and their own are held accountable, and this is the only organization that does this, right? So that, with those 290 officers on suspension right now, is a testament to the police doing their job. We have the Navy SEALs in Trinidad and Tobago who are currently here working with our local law enforcement, and we have the UK report saying that we have 1,750 gang members in Trinidad and Tobago. I just threw out those three situations there for you, and we're going to open the phone line, take a few calls, and get your thoughts on it. As a matter of fact, you could comment on any one of those issues there. Okay? And I understand that Philip Alexander is expecting my call. I'll call him at the top of the hour and see if I can get some information on the HEC issue. But as it relates to right now, let's take a few calls. Yeah, morning.
Morning, Stefan.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Yeah. I will touch. Yeah, morning. Stefan, I will touch on the crime.
Yeah.
I will touch on the crime this morning. My solution will be very, very simple, and a lot of people will like my solution, right? But there is ways to cool down this crime. You have to have a fixed price for criminal acts. Criminal acts like having a gun and ammunition, kidnapping, and all those things. You should have a price for that. You should be paying a price like 10 years off the back foot to start with. Once you know you in the line of criminal organization, regardless who, This is it. You have to have prices for that. We don't have that here in this country. We hold them, put them inside there, and the next thing we want to lead them out on bail and all that. Them things must stop. Stefan, we could fix this country, but we have to do the right thing, and we have to face reality. Reality is that criminal is ashamed to hear the 180 something gangs inside of here. As you said, a small little quantity controlling a big massive thing. It's unfair, and I think that we have to step down in it and get things going, man. Stefan, I think the price is that when you hold them, fix a price for it. 10 years off the back foot for everything. Gun, ammunition, kidnapping. Have a nice day.
Yeah. Interesting that the UK report says that those 186 gangs or the 715 gang members are responsible for a third of the country's murders. A third. I mean, there are 66% of murders still to be accounted for. Morning.
Morning.
That's an interesting report.
Yeah, we have a simple issue in Trinidad and Tobago with the police. Is that the police do not ever respond in real time. So it gives the criminals sufficient time to get away. And when they get away, they have also sufficient time to get rid of the evidence. So the police cannot function because they're not operating in real time. They have all the equipment, they have more technology and everything more than the criminals. I did see on TV when they show criminals running around in slippers. They had a gun and they're disorganized, but the police cannot reach on time. And if they were to only land on time, they'll be able to apprehend them and catch them in the act. And they'll have sufficient evidence to have a conviction in the court. And we need to build more jails. And that's all we really need in Trinidad because we have all the unnecessary training that we need. Also, since we have aligned ourselves with America and part of the international criminal activity that they have, can we also get satellite coverage? And this is what I want to ask the Minister of Foreign Affairs or the Prime Minister. Since we that, can we get satellite coverage to actually see and to move in time to fix some of these criminal activities, especially with the gangs? Because they already have all the information and they boast about that.
Okay.
Listen off here. Have a good day.
All right, man, no problem. Yeah. Interesting. Only 290 officers that are suspended right now. The last time that a similar number was made public was in 2020 when then Police Commissioner Gary Griffith noted that an estimated 280 officers were on suspension with pay, which was costing an estimated $50 million to taxpayers annually. Because remember, when these officers and them get suspended, it's with pay. Morning.
Morning to you, Mr.
Yeah.
I have to congratulate you in the way you explain things, as I always tell you that. But the problem we have in Trinidad is rights, Stephen, that causing all this problem. Because the opposition and all showing that your rights being suppressed. And because of these rights, people getting on in this kind of way. Because even when the girl went and matched, she went and matched because she feels she have a right to match. Right? And she had to get no authority from the police because that is my fundamental rights. And I just always say, there is no rights for nobody because all your rights have to end up in court to prove if you're right or if you're wrong. So when they tell you your rights being suppressed, it's just only a saying because no matter what happened, you still have to go in the court to prove your rights. And if people start to relax themselves and say, I have no rights, just like when I drive in, I just say, I have no rights. Because if a man overtaking and he comment on me, and I decide to use my rights, I might end up being a dead man. So people must left that rights because people come in your house and take over that rights. So what rights you have? Every right has to be proven in court. And that is the way we have to think. Thank you, Mr. Steph.
All right, no problem. A lot of rights there, boy. Morning.
Hey, morning, Mr. Stefan.
What going on, man?
The conversation put out by the opposition or certain groups is that with the same Navy SEALs coming here to assist, right? It's Navy SEALs, right?
It's U.S. Navy SEALs, yeah.
Yeah. So they bring up the talk of sovereignty all over again. Like when they bring up the sovereignty last year when they visited us and they put on the radar and sovereignty. Them that whole conversation of sovereignty, that null and void, that period of time come and go, and look, we still here. We are Carnival, we are Christmas, we are everything. So I know it's the conversation now. So what are we to fight the gangs with? Toy Story soldiers and thing then? Eh?
I don't see any problem with it. Is it the first time that we've gotten assistance from the US? Caller?
No, no matter what administration is in charge of the United States government, we always assisted by the US.
Thank you. So listen, there's no problem with them, you know. This childish behavior, this fear mongering is the same way. They're taking away your freedom and democracy. How? Where? Where's freedom and democracy? Where is freedom and democracy being taken away? Where?
Well, ask the people who rely every Friday and Saturday if they take away the freedom and democracy from them.
You understand what I'm telling you? I don't understand why people keep buying into this nonsense.
They say, right, the individuals who hold in this country to ransom following no rule of law. Right? No ethics and no morals. Them do whatever they want. They started killing recently in Port of Spain, in the savannah, where the man get killed and the child get killed and whoever in the car get killed too. Right? But we know law-abiding citizens have to follow rules and laws and regulations. But the people who hold us to ransom and follow nothing.
Exactly.
So, you know, so the opposition want we to treat these individuals with kid gloves?
Well, what did they do?
Hold their hand.
What did the opposition do when they were there for 10 years?
But I gotta ask them.
Well, my point is, they did nothing. And crime escalated to uncontrollable levels. So what do they expect now? They put the place in this position from a crime perspective. You understand? Where harsh measures now has to be taken to try and pull it back. And then when they're trying to do that, they want to tell you, you'll lose your sovereignty and your freedom and democracy being taken away. And well, I'm sorry, but listen.
So
you see, for me,
where is them solution? Where is them solution?
They ain't offering any? Have they offered any solution besides fear-mongering?
Living on Facebook? Is the solution living on Facebook?
Well, to each their own.
Okay.
Yeah, man. But they ain't offered a solution. What's the solution? They have no solution. You know why they have no solution? They had 10 years and they couldn't find a solution. How they could offer one now? And then people just want to talk about why we had to go back and why we had to go back. You must go back. History tells you why you are where you are in the present.
Hey, Stefan.
Morning.
Yes, Stefan, good morning.
Yeah.
You saw that the former UK Prime Minister has resigned, right? And Trinidad and Tobago was hoping that the new Prime Minister will alter the visa prohibition. We still have, how much it is?
It don't work like that.
53. Yes, exactly. It's like,
but it don't work like that. And besides, I saw that he resigned. But besides that, Sean Sobers is already working with those from the UK in order to get this thing reversed, this visa requirement reversed. But it's going to take time. It's not going to happen in the snap of a finger. You know?
Yeah, we're probably looking real jokey out there in internationally by hoping that, a new PM, then, everything can change with that magic wand. But you see, per capita, right, we just have too many gangs. And then, you don't know how many persons are involved in these 153. Each of them may have like 1,000 persons.
Right.
You understand? And in relation to the police, it's 280 on suspension, is it?
290. 290 on suspension right now.
Right? You know what is one of the most, interesting thing about that is vetting, proper vetting, because then you have criminals entering the police service, and that is a lack of proper vetting, because we all know where they come from, how they come, or why, it's all kind of, you don't need to say it, but that is one of the things. So the TTPS, so okay, we have gangs, we have police on suspension. Which department is it involved? Does it involve? Police, right? TTPS, right?
Right.
You understand? And so that has to be revisited. So we cannot say, oh, Guevara doing everything, and he's going to get the next 10 years because he's 50 and all those things. Whilst all these things are happening, something has to change somewhere.
All right.
Okay, thanks. You take care. Bye.
But like I said, with the reversal of the visas, these things take time. These things will happen overnight. Oh, gosh. And not because the UK Prime Minister resigned means that they're just going to make her about to do work like that. Morning. Oh, God. I'll be just the people who... Oh, God. Morning. Yeah, go ahead.
Good morning.
I'll go to the break after this.
In this country. Why we not reaching nowhere? Because we have big people benefiting from the proceeds of crime. Them little black boy and then you see they run, them police running behind and locking up. Them is just the scapegoat, them what I'm getting is crumbs, The kind of thing that taking place, them little boy and them may have the money to bring in them kind of thing, It's big people in this place bringing in them thing, Why the planes full with stupidness? You understand what I said? Them little black boys, they see that filling up the jail. Them don't have money to bring in the kind of things that coming in here, You understand? So that's why, I just always feel that it has some people in high places don't really want this place to run good because they're benefiting from what's taking place. You have a pleasant day, sir.
No problem, man. We got to go to the break, But let me just say this real quick. The government has signaled their intention. I'm waiting to see. It does not happen today for tomorrow. When the Attorney General comes to the Parliament and makes it clear that whether it's 1% or 99%, we come in for you. I could live with that for now. Because they are signaling the intention to do so. And it ain't the first time that they said it in Parliament. They said it on a couple other occasions as well, right? However, we ain't see nobody of that ilk arrested or charged or before the courts. However, you have to take into consideration, Minister and AG don't lock up nobody, Prime Minister don't go and put a handcuff on you, They will gather whatever, they will make the report and gather whatever they can gather and give it to the police, which they've done. It is in the hands of the police now to investigate. Right? Now, we also have taken into consideration the corrupt society that we live in, where anybody could be bought or paid. Right? So when I see Guevara saying 290 officers on suspension, and there is a serious attempt being made to get those negative elements out of the police service, I could say, well, okay, trying to remove those rogue elements because maybe you're going after people who have money that could pay said rogue elements to drop a matter, turn a blind eye, or whatever the case might be, right? I'm not saying it so. I'm saying I'm connecting the dots and reading the lines, right? It doesn't have to be like that, but this is how I am reading it. So I'm connecting one thing to another thing to another thing. But then again, we have to get the results, right? Because the country is not going to keep going on intentions being signaled. People will want results. Good? And if an investigation is run and the person is in the clear, fine, no problem. But if there are people, and we have always perceived that there are certain people in high places in this country that get away with anything and everything, and once you have money, you can get away with anything in Trinidad and Tobago, and it's been so for the longest while, from ever since independence in 1962. Right? That's how it's been. But now we have this administration who has come and said, listen, people have been saying we need to deal with corruption. All right, we go start dealing with corruption in several different ways. One of the things that they did, that CPEP and URP program that they shut down, everybody know that those programs were fueling gangs. So you know what they do? They cut off the lifeline, they cut off the cash flow. So they say, all right, bad man getting contract, and that's how bad man running the blocks. Okay, shut it down. So they plug the hole so, BAP. It had no more taxpayers' money going to fund no gangs, right? Now that's the grassroots gangs and they, right? But then they partner with the US, with these vessels out there with the border patrols to ensure that drugs and guns not coming into the country. So they're trying to plug that hole out there now. That will affect the bigger guys. Right? That is what will affect the bigger guys. Is your border security and the border patrol, because they are if the big boys bringing it in, and those are the guys with money, right? Then they are the ones that bringing in the guns and the ammunition and the drugs and so on and so forth. So I'm trying to plug that hole there now, right? So I plug this hole here, I plug in that hole there. So let me starve them and let me see what go happen now. You understand? It's a structure. It's a game of chess that is being played, as far as I see, and I am waiting to see how long we're gonna take to bear some fruit from that. But it does not happen overnight. Not here, not in Grenada, not in Panama, not in the United States of America, not in South Africa, not in Australia. Nowhere in the world does this happen overnight. But I'm waiting to see, and this whole conversation about losing its sovereignty because it's our US Navy SEALs on the ground assisting law enforcement, that is hogwash, and everybody know that. Come on, man. Let me be real out here, man. We have a problem. We always knew we had a problem. We have allowed that problem to manifest itself into what it is today. So what do you expect? To come and do the same thing over and over? Things have to be done differently. Let's see what different brings. If it brings anything at all. You understand? If it doesn't bring anything, then somebody had to be held accountable for failure. We take the break. When we come back, I'll see if we can get this thing cleared up with this $3.4 billion with HEC. Don't go anywhere. Breaking On continues after this.
True growth shouldn't make you wait. This month, Real Talk Financing is changing the timeline. Get up to 7% interest on a fixed deposit paid to you upfront. Real Talk Financing and Investment. Real results sooner. Call our Central or South branches today.
Astrologer Mohit Ji is known for providing insightful astrology guidance for complex life situations, dealing with love confusion, delayed marriage, partner distancing, or serious relationship breakdowns. His approach focuses on understanding the root cause and guiding you toward the right path. If financial instability or business setbacks are affecting you, his spiritual remedies may support positive change. With psychic reading, horoscope analysis, and palm insights, he offers practical clarity. His services also include protection from negative energies and removal of bad luck. Call at +1 868 334 2796.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
Get ready for Generations of Steel, the sweetest pan show bar none.
Featuring Desperados,
Shell Invaders,
Massey Trinidad All-Stars,
First Citizen Supernovas,
and the pride of the South, Fun Claire. Plus their talented youth bands. Saturday, July 11th.
at the iconic Grandstand, Queen's Park, Savannah.
Showtime, 6 p.m. till 10:30 p.m.
All performing their most exciting and multifaceted repertoire. Coolers allowed.
And hear this one. First 800 tickets sold. Admit 2 persons on 1 ticket for only $350.
The quadraphonic tickets admits 4 persons for only $600.
The single pan tickets cost only $200. If bought by Saturday, June 27th.
Children 12 and under, accompanied by an adult. Admission is free. Get yours now. Available at islandetickets.com.
At Crosby St. James.
All Kenny Sports.
All Extra Foods Supermarket.
Westby, Sagariwa, Athletes by the Park.
Jumbo Foods Barataria.
GAC Electrical, opposite Starlight. Ziggo Martin, Main Road. Tarp Office, Belmont. Mirage Westside Supermarket. Arima. And all participating bands. Presented by Super Pan Man, Dane Gulston and Friends.
Supported by CCN TV6, The Express Newspaper, and I-95.5 FM.
For more info, call 732-3402.
If you want to be a better chef at home or advance your professional career, Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy is the best place to be. Some of the courses that we offer here at the Academy: Creative International Cuisine 1 and 2, Baking and Pastry 1 and 2, Kids Summer Cooking Classes, 1-day classes at the workshop. We have Asian cooking classes and certificate in culinary arts, food lovers and professionals. Start your culinary journey today with us at the Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy.
Love problems, marriage issues, financial struggles, or business setbacks affecting your life? Pandit Tiwari is a trusted spiritual specialist helping people finding guidance, solutions, and peace. Whether you are facing relationship problems, family disputes, marriage difficulties, financial obstacles, or business challenges, Pandit Tiwari provides personalized spiritual assistance to help you move forward with confidence. Don't let problems control your future. Your solution could be just one call away. Call Pandit Tiwari today. Pandit Tiwari, your path to happiness, success, and peace.
Are you tired of managing symptoms without understanding why your body is breaking down? Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic provides consultation and re-education sessions followed by nutritional therapy programs designed to address the root causes of chronic disease. The clinic works with clients in Trinidad and Tobago and internationally, helping people rebuild the body through correct nutrition, not drugs, supplements, herbs, detoxes, injections, or quick fixes. Setwayo is also the author of You Are Not Sick, You Are Malnourished, a powerful health book that has been the top-selling book on consignment at RIK bookstores nationwide every month since entering the stores. If you're struggling with cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, autoimmune issues, fertility challenges, digestive problems, or other chronic condition, book a consultation and re-education session today. Purchase the book at RIK bookstores nationwide, Nelson's Bookstore in Tobago, Amazon, or Gumroad. Visit setwayoclinic.com or call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic, rebuilding the body, reversing disease through nutritional therapy.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE, that is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Master Ganesh Bhargav offers powerful guidance for all kinds of life problems, doubts, confusion, protection needs, and clarity. His astrology practice comes from a powerful ancestral tribal lineage with over 500 years of astrological and spiritual practice. Bhargavji does not dominate or pressure clients. Instead, he focuses on fixing problems with care and balance. His reunion love spells and death reversal spells are designed to restore harmony and provide lifetime protection. This is not individual effort alone, but collective spiritual power working for you. Many clients notice strong positive changes within a few sessions. Call +1 868 347 2350.
All right, people, so we're back, and as we return here, I have Minister in the Ministry of Housing, Philip Edward Alexander, on the line with me. I want to bring him in just to get a little word on this emergency meeting that HEC had after the 3.4 billion project cancellation. The meeting was called by the Minister of Housing, David Lee. And Philip, good morning to you. Hello?
Good morning, Stefan. Good morning to you and your viewers.
Nice, man. Morning. Well, welcome back to the program. I just have a couple questions here for you. Well, you know, we just say a couple and then it's going, eh? I'm reading here in the papers that there was an emergency meeting that was held with HDC executives by the Minister of Housing, David Lee, as it relates to this $3.4 billion project cancellation. Do you have any information as to what that emergency meeting was about?
Well, I was in the meeting, so I have a lot of information. However,
all right, good.
But I had to tell you this. You know, some things I'll tell you is not my story to tell. David Lee is the line minister, and until he puts out his position on it, I would like to toe the line a little more.
Okay.
So I don't want to cross that. So as of now, but I know that at some point he will put out what he has to say on it. I have had my say defending the government and Ministry of Housing, the HDC, over the weekend when all of this was trying to be a story. But as I say to you, we better off letting Minister Lee have his say first.
Okay. Well, we will let him talk about the emergency meeting, but I still have a few questions that I want to ask you. The cancellation of the project, right? I saw a lot of people jumping up and down. I don't know what they're jumping up and down for, because it just means that, you know, 3,700 families ain't going to get housing in the time frame that the HEC would have liked to deliver it, right? So that's gonna postpone a whole distribution of homes. But you all, the board took the decision to cancel the project, but we know that the OPR, is it, I want to find out something. How, is there a time frame for the OPR to look at this situation?
There are guidelines. I want to tell you this, and I just need to pull back to this. Trinidad and Tobago needs to remember all of these safeguards that exist in this country, in the economy, the Integrity Commission, the OPR, all of these things were done by a United National Congress government. So nobody is going to respect the OPR more than a United National Congress government. I say that to you to tell you, on my desk, I have 306 files. I'm using that number specifically because I know there are people in the PNM, when they hear that number, they'll realize that I have the information. I have 306 files on my desk, hundreds of millions of dollars that will be in the hands of the OPR soon, because we are going to ask the OPR, based on your own utterances and your own actions, we want to ask, were these renewals illegal actions on the part of the Housing Development Corporation under the PNM? That is the only question that I am asking. Were the renewals illegal acts? And if they were, then all 306 files, which are names that are well known to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, big puppies, glass clinkers, people who are comfortable in places like President's House, their names will be released to the media and the information will be forwarded to the Anti-Corruption Investigation Bureau. That is our plan to go forward. As I said to you, the OPR is a child, a tool. It was created by a United National Congress government to safeguard the Treasury. And it is very robust legislation. And if there are any issues in any procurement activity, you have the opportunity to pull it back, redo, and come back so the public purse is protected. We are very well aware of that. The PNM, Randall Mitchell, Wendell Eversley, Wendell Eversley, I want Wendell to know, I also have information from, I want to let him know I have HTC information there as well. And all of this is going to come out in the public space because they're playing politics with things that shouldn't be political. And that's where I am upset. Because the China Harbor Engineering Company award that was pulled back in 2024 and the Santa Rosa project that was pulled back in 2024 when it was challenged by PNM financier Amy Lillas, all of these things were normal operations of the procurement regulations, and none of these people were beaten up and throwing their frame, were beaten up and throwing their frame then. So I am saying to Trinidad and Tobago, nothing untoward was done. The government took a decision because this process was going to get mired in a back and forth of paperwork, like you see. Like when you ask, how come court cases go on for 15 and 20 years? Because in Trinidad, it's always a letter outstanding, and I send it here and I forward it there, and those things take long. And as you said, we tried to put 3,700 families in houses here. We have that commitment to those 3,700 families and more, and we are going to get it done. I said, the first thing I said, by pulling back this procurement, we have the opportunity to put it back in the public space. The same contract, the same work, better set up so that instead of it taking 3, 4, 5 years in a back and forth, the issues would have been addressed already. Okay. That is where we are.
But was there any concerns, right, raised by contractors across the board, all over Trinidad and Tobago, contractors, as it relates to those contracts that were given out, that 3.4 billion? Or have these concerns just been raised by activists?
No. There will always be. It's contractor concerns in the main that drives the OPR. And there will always be people who, if they are not successful with the contract, that have a legitimate right to raise questions about the project because they're seeking their interests, and rightly so, in a competitive environment. Let me tell you what took place under the PNM. A man who used to build tents was given a housing project in a place called Kestrel. Now, those houses were built to hundreds of millions of dollars, and it's missing important things like structural steel in the beams and the columns, and those buildings have to come down. That's what the PNM did. In a PNM HDC, in a PNM Ministry of Housing, people were allowed to do what they want and get away with it. And the same media that I say throw their frame and make a noise didn't say anything. And that is why Las Alturas still exists. That is why Trestrail, there are those houses in Trestrail still, because the hundreds of millions to take them down, taxpayers' money too. And Trinidadians need to remember that the Honorable Kamala Persad-Bissessar, this Prime Minister, is very clear. She has said it over and over to her ministers publicly. She will not be tolerating any kind of corruption. And I have full support of her. And she put people like Anil Roberts and myself in the Ministry of Housing, knowing that if the public come to us for answers, they'll get their answers. We are not quiet people. We are not people that will walk past you and don't give you an answer. There's an answer to be given. And I want to tell Trinidad and Tobago something. Under the Kamla Prasad Bisesa government, that HDC has already stopped hemorrhaging millions, hundreds of millions of dollars in some real surreptitious contracts that existed, friends, family, and finances. I mean, there's a family in Bayshore that maintains grass. And I don't understand how the same people who complaining today, watch wealthy elites in society get the contracts to pay, to plaster a sidewalk on Arapita Avenue so that small men, I mean, they get the contract and then the next man get the subcontract and the next man get a subcontract until 4 subcontracts down the road, a fellow named Jim responsible for plastering, and everybody falling down on Arapita Avenue. And nobody realizing that is the bacchanal that took place under 10 years of PNM. And that is what they're beating up for, because they want to go back to that feeding trough, and we are not going to let them. I want you to know that the contracts that were given out, that were put forward to be given out, were done under the process, and if the process didn't allow it to go forward, they pull it back, they're going to go again. We are going to build as many houses as we can. We have a large target, and I know the target frightens the PNM because this 3,700 house rollout was almost more in one rollout than the PNM bill in the full 10 years they were there. So that's what panicked them, but I just wanted to give you that information.
Okay. Let me ask you something as well too, just shifting a little bit away from housing, right? I didn't want to take you too far out of your lane.
No, but but anything that I can answer, I will. When I don't evade questions, but if I say to you that something else is somebody else's story to tell, I want to wait on them to tell their story first. That's how I have to, out of respect.
Okay. Now you are part of the government in an uncertain way. I've listened to you in the Senate, particularly recently, with that viral clip that is going around. You know the one I'm talking about. I think. Let me not repeat it, I'll leave that for you. But I was talking a little bit just now about the crime situation and the government's intention, as I see it, to go after white-collar crime, right? As we usually term it, the big fish. We've heard the Attorney General make some statements in the Parliament. It's well in the public space. He did refer to the 1% recently. And he said, you know, listen, it don't matter who you are. We coming for you. I just want to ask, all right? You know the population that we live in. A lot of people would like to see white-collar crime addressed. Is this government serious about that? Or is this just talk? This is because plenty people saying, boy, I'm fed up here talk, I'm fed up here talk. But they don't understand the process and the system and how it works. It's not that Philip Alexander could wake up one morning and go and look up some white-collar criminal and bring them and say, here, charge him. It don't work like that, right? So we know there is a process. We know the process takes time. But is the government really serious? Is this a different government as it relates to going after those types of crimes?
There is a noticeable silence from certain people that would have been very verbose with what is taking place right now. And they're quiet for a reason. They're quiet because they know that pulling this $3.4 billion is the tip of the spear, is the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot more that is coming and it's going to drag what took place. We are not letting it go. Investigations take a lot of time. And I tell you, I have 306 files on my desk. That is months of work. And we're making sure that we dot our I's and cross our T's because there are people who have very deep pockets. They started off selling bucket and mousetrap and now they're billionaires with taxpayers' money. And I remember somebody told me when they thieving money, they just thief legal fees too. So I know that they're going to have their lawyers and their lawyers ready to eat because they know that's what's going to happen. When you're dealing with white-collar criminals, you're dealing with and white-collar crime, you're dealing with plenty lawyers, you're dealing with silk, satin, and all the different types of fabric. But you, as a government, if you telegraph your willingness to end corruption, you have to deal with it from the top down. Trinidadians and Tobagonians have been aware of the feasting that took place in this country. $3 trillion was spent in this country, and we have very little to show for it. And that has been the bane of our existence. It's been unfair. All of the crime that exists that is driven by poverty, that have poor people making themselves available as tools for gangs and grist for the violence mill, all of that is tied to that white-collar crime. If our money was properly spent and distributed throughout the country, where everybody had a real chance to develop themselves in a country that was as wealthy, Trinidad was the third wealthiest nation in the Western world. If everybody in this country had the chance to develop themselves, this place would be crime-free. We would be Norway. Norway is what Trinidad would have been if we had a good government. Norway has all of their money in their heritage fund. It is the largest heritage fund in the world. It affects every stock and share on the planet. Norwegians, when they retire, they get $150,000 US to do what they want with. They get money on their birthday. They have a 4-day work week. I mean, Trinidad had an opportunity, and unfortunately, we had a PNM government and fellows like Johnny O'Halloran and Sam P. Wallace and these people who came and stole all our money. There are laws in the United States of America, corruption laws, that are based on what took place in Trinidad. We are a learning example to the world, what not to do when you get money. Guyana watches Trinidad. Be careful, don't be Trinidad. Because the PNM and their 1% friends. Because I tell you, I walk up and down Goodwood Park Hill for exercise, and I point at all the houses, and I say, this man made this money selling cloth. And I tell you, and I've said this, and a former mayor of Arima wanted to challenge me for this, but I told him repeatedly, if cloth had that much money in it, we would have had a ministry of cloth. There is a reality, an inescapable reality to Trinidad and Tobago, that those who thief it and run, well, they get away. But those who thief it and point it in your face to show you that even the law enforcement and the administration of justice in the country was corrupted to feed that corruption machine, we have to fix all of that. That is why there are so many laws being brought to fix all of these things. So I hear people like Faris Al-Rawi stand up in the Senate and talk with conviction, knowing that this man was involved in the whole track changes nonsense that went on that got General John Bates fired, and the people still waiting to see what Penelope Becker's doing with Faris Al-Rawi. Because as a senior member of the opposition, as her lead in the Senate, as a more senior lawyer to her, he had a responsibility by all those oaths that he swore to tell Janelle John Bates, nope, this is wrong, we're doing wrong here. Instead, he assisted. And if Penelope Beckles, who herself is a lawyer, cannot see that the people of Trinidad and Tobago is laying the corruption bogey at the feet of the PNM, and if she tolerates Faris Al-Rawi instead of firing Faris Al-Rawi from the Senate, she would be sending a message to the PNM, that to the PNM supporters, that the PNM is still about corruption business as usual, and we in this government not accepting that.
Just one final question here. I was supposed to ask you this a couple weeks ago, or maybe last week, on the PH driver issue. Remember when we were in the Candlelight movement, we had taken 128,000 signatures, physical signatures, to the parliament in our coffin, and we were told to drop it off by the AG's office. And we went round the corner and we delivered it there. And there were certain things that we requested. One of them is the regularization of these PH drivers, right? Which obviously is a cause for concern. We see another situation has occurred just recently involving a child, and it didn't go well with the country. What is the government planning to do about that PH driver issue? And can it be something or somewhat of a collaboration with a setup like a TT Rideshare, which does background checks and everything, and you know, because TT Rideshare is a very, very efficient service. And I do not know if it could be set up in that type of format, or as part of, or in collaboration with, but what are the plans with that PH driver regularization situation?
Well, I want to tell you that at some point this week, I will be in a room with all of the government ministers. And when I see Minister Zakur, I will tell him that Stephen Rees wants a release from you with regards to what the plans are. I can tell you this. The Prime Minister, Kamala Persad-Bissessar, is very strong and very fair. She understands and she knows this is part of the agenda, and she knows that all of these things need to fix. The problem is the PH system was allowed to mushroom into what it is now. It is a massive part of the transportation architecture, unregulated as it is. And if you decide today to stop it dead today, 100,000 people can't get to work. There's a reality that we cannot escape, that the mess that we're trying to clean. And I keep telling people, if you have the magic wand where you can wave it and say, a la peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and fix problems, we want it. We will pay any kind of money for that. Because other than that, without that magic wand, you have to put things in place, you have to put laws in place, you have to put systems in place, so that when you make changes, you don't unduly affect negatively all of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. The PH system, you and I, and all of the 128,000 people that called for changes based on that madness that took place with Andrea Barrett, it is a correct position to take. But the government, the last government did nothing. This government is willing to address the issue, but it is going to take some doing. There's a saying, it takes a while to turn the Titanic around. That's what you're dealing with there. So I know for a fact every single issue. I mean, the legislative agenda that Kamala Persad-Bissessar, the Honorable Prime Minister, has put before this country is, her legacy is going to be she fixed it. Her legacy is going to be she saved it. Her legacy is going to be she rescued Trinidad and Tobago from the decades of evil and madness that was the governance of Trinidad and Tobago. She is, as I said, she's very strong, she's very fair, she has a clear plan, she has a vision. She knows. When I woke up yesterday and I saw in the papers that the Navy SEALs are coming to assist. I mean, this is not play anymore. This is the real thing. Yesterday, two fellas, they decide, well, all right, Trump gone away, let me go and move some drugs again, and they take them out. This is not going to happen anymore. There's not going to be a drug trade through Trinidad and Tobago. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm telling these guys, start to find another job. You're going to end up in trouble. All the protests and all the old talk about giving criminals rights. No, criminals will get no quarter. John Jeremy, the Honorable Attorney General, was very clear. Roger Alexander is far and away the most effective Minister of National Security we've ever had. And they've been taking apart the criminal enterprise architecture in front of our eyes. We are seeing crime in 12 months. Violent crime down by 42% in 12 months. A new government. That is unheralded. Alistair Guevara, as Commissioner of Police, without fighting and attacking anybody on social media, is bringing crime down. 67% drop in the Port of Spain division. Come on. Police killings down by half. Come on. As I said, we do not have that a la peanut butter and jelly sandwich wand, but we're doing the job. The government is doing the job. The Prime Minister, the Honorable Kamala Persad-Bissessar, has assembled a team of people that are capable of getting the job done, and it will be done. I promise you that. I am happy and proud to be a part of this government. You know, I gave up 30 years of my adult life fighting as an activist, and I feel as an activist, I am seeing the amount of things you stood for. It gives you a certain amount of pride to know that at least we found ourselves a government that was willing to challenge these issues. And I am proud of this Kamala Persad-Bissessar government. And I think that within this first 5 years, there will be a massive transformation in this country.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Minister. And we will chat again soon.
Thank you, my brother.
No problem. Yep. All right. So that's Philip Edward Alexander there on the inside. We got to take a break. When we come back from the break, we have Pastor John with us. Just before I go to the break, though, let me just touch on this very quickly here. Setwayo Board has the Holistic Health Clinic. Remember, it's powered by nutritional therapy, so stop managing the disease because you have an opportunity to reverse it naturally. And it is about drug-free, supplement-free, root cause healing through nutritional therapy. So book an appointment today and rebuild your health from the inside out naturally. Give him a call on 279-3935 or 761-1952 and you can order his book, You Are Not Sick, You Are Malnourished, by calling him, or it is in RIK bookstores nationwide, Nelson's in Tobago, and Amazon. And I think you can get the digital version on Gumball. All right. Chef Shiraz has the open day. All right, he has an open day event taking place in July on the 16th, 17th, 18th. Free admission, refreshments provided, live cooking demo at 11 a.m. and more. All you have to do is call him and get yourself registered. All right, so 3724639 or 7375097. Those are the numbers to call. Get in. Discover the chef in you during the open day event with Chef Shiraz. And I'll tell you what, with that, we're going to take the break. When we come back from the break, we'll have Pastor John with us. Don't go anywhere.
Que luego el lobo Raúl Jiménez, mexicanos al grito.
Come on down to the AO World Cup Arena. View all World Cup games live. Located at All Out, 94 Tragrig Road, Queen's Park Oval, Port of Spain.
Salinas and Sebastian's graduation, prom, weddings, Father's Day, or just stepping into your next big moment. We've got you covered because Salinas and Sebastian's, it's more than a suit. It's the perfect fit when it matters most. From the boardroom to date night, look sharp, feel confident, and show up ready. And because value matters, now is the time to dress best for less. Enjoy 25 to 35% off special suits and create a look that's uniquely yours. Complete the look. 35% off dress shirts. Up to 50% off selected dress shoes with any formal purchase. Sneakers. Buy one, get one free. Or buy one and get one half price. Ladies, 25% off selected dress shoes for your special moments. Dress for the moments that matters most. Salinas and Sebastian's, located at Gulf City Mall, upper level. WhatsApp 715-9533.
Welcome to Antigua Mars. Them people have no behavior, they have no behavior. Welcome to Antigua Mars. Clear out how you know it's danger, how you know it's danger. When it comes to massive that layer.
Every day at the castle, long before we open our doors, our work begins. Our famous seasonings are mixed in advance. We select our fresh chicken parts and prep our delicious sides. Then we fire up the fryers and rotisserie oven. Everything is made with tasty local herbs, spices, and the same long-loved recipe since 1968. So, when you come in, remember that we uphold our culture and our taste just for you. We are your Royal Castle.
TT Bet Arena. Welcome to Antigua Mars. Them people have no behavior, they have no behavior. Welcome to Antigua Mars. Clear out how you know it's danger, how you know it's danger. When it comes to massive that layer.
Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for Profamnet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Lisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Lisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Lisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Lisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
Feeling distance in your relationship or sensing someone interfering between you and your partner? Connect with Pandit Anirudh, known for powerful and result-oriented love solutions. His effective love spells have helped many reunite with lost partners. If you face family conflict, marriage issues, negativity, or financial stress, his strong mantras bring quick relief. Know what lies ahead in your love life and future through powerful astrology readings. Many lives have changed. Now it's your turn. Contact +1 868 278 0399.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson provide consultation services in areas of diabetes detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Trinity, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Chaguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
Yeah. All right, so we're back and we got Pastor John with us. Pastor John, good morning to you.
Good morning, son. How are you today?
Hi there, man. How the ceiling looking disco so?
How do you what?
The ceiling now looking like disco lights now.
Oh, thank you.
It looking like it's set up there. I said like you're moving and grooving this one.
Yeah, after that big celebration we had with the Knicks.
Yeah.
And I think one of the players married a Trinidadian lady, so Trinidadian is in the middle of it.
All right, nice one.
Yeah, they're in the middle of the celebration, so Trini don't miss nothing.
We know about Trinidadian everywhere in the world.
Yeah, everything happen. Somehow when you look in the corner, you see a Trini.
Trinidad. So what you got for us this morning, man?
There's a big difference between adding years to your life or life to your years. I can say it again. There's a big difference between adding years to your life or adding life to your years. And because of this here, I will just give a few instructions with a little moment that we have, that every single person should check their A1C. The A1C, if it's over 6.5, you are diabetic. If you're 5.7 to 6.4, you are pre-diabetic. And below 5.7, you are normal. Why you need to check it, even if you believe you don't have diabetes, it's called healthy living on a daily basis. Healthy living on a daily basis is like charging a charger on your phone. Most people charge their phones every day. Why? Because the batteries run down. Your bodies also experience daily demands, work, stress, travel, family responsibility. Living healthy on a daily basis is like plugging into a charger every day. And the key message, you recharge your phone every night. Your body deserves daily support. Every single person in the world have cancer cells living inside of them. Every human being. That includes you and that includes me. And these cancer cells do not show up in standard tests until they have multiplied to a few billions. Why am I making this known to everyone? Don't wait until you have cancer to call me. Do and check yourself and begin to use the key activator, which is to activate yourself, and the sugar blocker that will prevent sugar from doing damage to the system. When doctors tell the patient there is no more cancer cells in the body after treatment, it just means that the tests are unable to detect the cancer cells before they have reached the detectable size. Cancer, really, we are at so much risk of cancer we don't even know. It happens between 6 to 10 times in a person's lifetime. Some people are so close to cancer, you have no idea how close you are. Cancer cells develop from healthy cells in the body. As a result, they damage the gene's DNA. Why I'm saying this is because your cells was healthy before, and then they become sick. So the question is, why it becomes sick? Because the cells are broken. The cells are damaged. That's why healthy cells produce healthy organs, and healthy organs produce healthy cells. Our cells develop genetic mistakes all the time, mostly caused by accidental damage resulting from the normal process of life, which our cells, within our cells, but also due to things that is around us. Watch this here. It is true that we all carry a certain number of damaged or faulty cells, but these are usually destroyed by a strong immune system. I've been testifying since 2011 how God healed me from cancer because I learned how to restore my immune system. When the immune system is strong, the cells are healthy again. It don't ever grow into cancer. Here's the reason why. A healthy cells have to be develop several genetic faults because before it becomes a cancer cells. And then these faulty cells have to survive and grow into a tumor, picking up more mistakes to become a malignant cancer that can start spreading throughout the entire body. Cancer cells can remain in the body after therapy, and it can come back after treatment, even many years later, and can be resistant to treatment. This is why I still use my product to this day, although my body is free from cancer, because I know and I'm aware it can come back. And when the person's system is strong, when you fix your immune system, you are easy like Sunday morning, because the cancer cells will be destroyed and prevent from multiplying and forming tumors. Why am I saying this to you? I am saying it to you because you have the secret living inside of you to heal yourself. No product could heal you. I don't come on the air and fool people and tell you I have a healing thing. I don't come on the air and tell people that if you drink it, such and such is going to happen. What I teach you is that if I teach you how to activate your own ecosystem, how to activate your own antioxidant, how to activate your own mitochondria, how to activate your own GLP-1, how to activate your own insulin so you don't have diabetes again, how to activate your own endothelium, the lining of your red blood vessel. So activation is literally going back to the place where you originally is, and it's living inside of you. Your body is capable of healing itself. This is a big difference in teaching. That's why when I make the statement, people get upset with me when I say it. In my opinion, I believe I'm the only person and doing what I'm doing today truly love you, because I am teaching you. You have the ability to heal yourself, but you need the activator, the bacopa, the milk thistle, the ashwagandha, the green tea, and the curcumin synergistically working together to activate that. It will reduce oxidative stress by 40% in the first 30 days. Why does this statement make so positive? Because it's clinically tested. It tested in labs and animals and both humans to understand that it really has the ability to reduce the first month. Your cancer and everything that we're sick with start with oxidative stress, over excessive of free radicals in our bodies. But we need to eradicate it. It's inside of you. And this is organic. This is vegan ready. You can take it with your doctor's medication. You can consult your doctor before even using it. That's my advice to people. If you have you have the right to discuss with your doctor before you could bring this to your doctor and let him see what it is before you use it. Because many doctors today in the United States, some of them begin to recommend it for the patient because of the process it went through. My friends, I am saying to every single person, a strong immune system will generally recognize damage of faulty cells and eradicate them from your body. Cancer start growing when they develop further genetic faults and enable them to hide from the immune system. Cancer is a smart man. It does hide. When they see it coming, it just bite on the edge. There's also evidence that tumors can manipulate environment around them to prevent immune cells attacking the cancer cells. And when a person has cancer, oh boy, that's an indication that the person is have multiple nutritional deficiencies. The body needs 13 vitamins, 16 minerals, 10 amino acids, 1 essential acid fat every single day. That's why we said daily healthy wellness to live. Every day you need to consume. That's the amount of vitamins and minerals. If you could find it in the garden naturally, then you don't need me. You could go to a garden and figure out how you could consume that amount. It will be difficult, but if you could do it, God bless you. And these could be due to genetic, environmental, food, and lifestyle factors. And I'm saying to every single person today that chemotherapy that people are taking, I think I have to wind down now, involve poisoning rapidly growing cancer cells and also destroy rapidly growing healthy cells in the bone marrow, gastrointestinal tract, and cause organ damage like your brain, your liver, your kidneys, your heart, and your lungs, which is the vital organs. Without any one of these functioning properly, you could begin to write your eulogy or sing a lullaby. When the body has too much toxic burden from chemotherapy and radiation, the immune system is either compromised or destroyed and succumb to various kinds of infection and complication. This is why you can take this before, during, and after chemotherapy and the sugar blocker also. So today, statements made about products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, mitigate, cure, or prevent any disease. Always consult a physician or your healthcare professional before starting any regimen of any different types of dietary supplement. I have given you my heart, and I'm open for any questions you may have for me today.
No, I think you cover everything, you know. I like how you say cancer is a smart man.
Yeah, but
yes, that's how he says, you know. He said cancer is a smart man and is hide from you, you know. Oh my God.
Yeah, boy. The answer is a smart man. It is duck when you see the immune system come in and hide. And when they pass, they go and do damage.
No, but it's interesting to do it like that because diseases are quite tricky, eh? And your immune system, when your immune system is weak, if you don't have a strong immune system, that's how they get around and they start to make the mischief, eh? So you've got to strengthen that immune system in order to make sure that your body is operating, you know, at optimum levels. You know what I mean? In order to fight off anything. You know, and sometimes dehydration, when you're dehydrated, it just drop you. I realized, like, I just started to sneeze one time. I just started getting cold and get sniffles and things anytime I dehydrated.
So that's why on a daily basis, you have to drink water. Every human needs water. Don't wait until you get thirsty to drink water, because by the time you get thirsty, you ever hear egg frying? We used to go by Leo in Belmont back in the 60s to buy fried egg. When a man fry an egg, it's the same thing over and over, but it makes the same noise. Shh. That's the brain is frying just like that.
Okay.
Just like that when it used to do it. So today my number is 516-286-7079. That's 516-286-7079. Call for free consultation. Call for the link that when we teach on Zoom, I have my own podcast. I do it every day except Sunday. Anyone is invited for further educational purposes only. You come to educate yourself, because the life you save might be your very own.
That's
Mr.
right.
Stefan, always nice being with you.
Yeah, man, same here. Enjoy the rest of the day.
At the soccer game?
What's that?
Soccer, well, football, you know that's football. Are you looking at the games?
Of course I'm watching the games, man. I ain't had no horse in the race. My team didn't make it, but nevertheless, I'm looking at England, Netherlands, and Portugal. I was looking at Portugal from the start.
Ghana tied the game, the 0-0 last night with Ghana and England.
Yeah. But Ghana play a defensive style of football. They was trying to get them on the counter. A more open game, England would have put a couple in back of the net.
England missed an open shot right in front of the goal. The big thing open in front of you. And
yeah, boy, Harry Kane. And hit that, and Lord of, I can't believe he missed that still. But
yeah, he missed it.
But how was America? How was America responding to the World Cup?
Well, we responded sort of good, because the majority of people in the stands are foreigners.
Right.
We still didn't pick up in America as the rest of the world is.
Well, I see they're taking over the streets, man. They're taking over the streets and the bars, man.
All of them, yes. But the American, we like games that score a lot of points. So, like 0-0, and you look at a game for almost an hour and a half and end up with 0-0. I don't think they like that.
Yeah, they don't like that at all. But, I mean, listen, it's the most popular sport in the world, man. But we'll see how it goes and how it trickles down to the United States.
More people look at soccer than any other game in the entire world.
Yeah. Any other game. It's the largest game in the world.
Man. When they see the rock you with that ball, and when that ball skills is unbelievable.
Yeah. You know what I learned yesterday?
Yeah.
After football in England, you know what's the #1 watch sport?
Cricket?
No.
What?
Darts.
Darts?
Darts.
Wow, I didn't know that.
After football is darts, then cricket in England.
Wow.
Amazing.
I thought cricket was right up there because people love cricket all over the world.
Yeah, but darts, it's interesting. But Pastor John, thanks a lot, man. I know you had to get to your Zoom meeting, but always good conversation.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, hello, you gone? All right, he bust out. All right, so that's Pastor John there, and you can catch him on WhatsApp. All right, just make sure and give him a call or send him a WhatsApp message on the number. We got to take the final break. We come back with the birthdays. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today. Master Ganesh Bhargav offers powerful guidance for all kinds of life problems, doubts, confusion, protection needs, and clarity. His astrology practice comes from a powerful ancestral tribal lineage with over 500 years of astrological and spiritual practice. Bhargavji does not dominate or pressure clients. Instead, he focuses on fixing problems with care and balance. His reunion love spells and death reversal spells are designed to restore harmony and provide lifetime protection. This is not individual effort alone, but collective spiritual power working for you. Many clients notice strong positive changes within a few sessions. Call +1 868 347 2350.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supplier of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsayn, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed, fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, we can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secured parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet, located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson, provide consultation services in areas of diabetes detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Twin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
Are love problems, marriage issues, financial struggles, or business setbacks affecting your life? Pandit Tiwari is a trusted spiritual specialist helping people finding guidance, solutions, and peace. Whether you are facing relationship problems, family disputes, marriage difficulties, financial obstacles, or business challenges, Pandit Tiwari provides personalized spiritual assistance to help you move forward with confidence. Don't let problems control your future. Your solution could be just one call away. Call Pandit Tiwari today. Pandit Tiwari, your path to happiness, success, and peace.
Greetings to you all in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior, the sweet Rose of Sharon and the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus. I am Ezekiel Johnson Fort, and I am pleasured to inform you of the newest branch of the Christian Union Church, Trinidad and Grenada District, San Juan Revival Ministries. If you are desiring prayer, healing, or that closer connection to the Heavenly Father, then the place to be is at San Juan Revival Ministries. And allow me to ask you one question. Are you living a life without Jesus Christ? Do you desire freedom from spiritual bondage? Then the only solution to your problem is Him. In the book of Matthew chapter 11 and verses 28, it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And this is mostly speaking to those of you who are Christians and you might not have a place to fellowship. Come. Fellowship with us at the Christian Union Church, San Juan Revival Ministries. Come, be edified and equipped by the Word of God, preached by the man of God, Senior Reverend Bishop Dave Donation. You will be empowered by the move of the Holy Spirit of the living God. Come and be comforted. If you desire to be an environment that shows compassion and care for your spiritual needs, growth, and development, then fellowship with us at number 1 Barrel Corner, Saddle Road, every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I look forward to seeing you there, and God bless you all, and may the peace of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, be with you now and always. God bless you all.
All right, people, so we're back. We got a couple birthdays to get to and we are out of here. And let's get to those. And we also have a little shout out to send. But happy birthday going out to a loving daughter, Ariana. Big 13 today. May God grant you many more blessings to come. So that's Ariana celebrating her 13th birthday today. Nice, man. Dear Stefan, if possible, can you please big up members of the South Regional referees for showcasing and representing for Trinidad and Tobago at the 2026 World Cup in the USA? From left to right, you have Junior Selman, Vishal Ramkesoon, Josiah Julip Singh, Rakesh Julip Singh, and Krishendat Kaur Singh. Picture taken at the Hard Rock Stadium. Nice, man. So, big up all yourself. All you could invite me? They could invite me? Yeah, we da come out in the World Cup? Yeah, son? Oh, gosh, boy. But the tickets, boy, the ticket prices, boy. Woo! I don't know what price to pay for those tickets. They're not bad seats at all, eh? But the ticket prices are right, boy. But the stadium's packed, eh? But big them up, man. South Regional referees, man. Nice. People have saved for 4 years just to buy tickets to go World Cup, eh? I'll go in the next World Cup. You know why? Because Portugal will be co-hosting, and I want to go to Portugal. It's half Portuguese. Oh, you know that, right? All right. Nice. So, now I would love to go Portugal and see Portugal, you know. Good morning, Stefan. I don't get my Portuguese passport. No, my Portuguese passport. I could get a Portuguese passport. I have Portuguese heritage. So I could go to the Portuguese embassy or the Portuguese association or whatever it's called it. And I could apply for a Portuguese passport. And when I get a Portuguese passport, I'm bad, you know. Because now I need no visa to go to the United States. Oh. Anyway, good morning, Stefan. I would like to wish my sisters Dolly and Dolores a happy birthday. May Bhagwan bless them with good health, happiness, wisdom, and prosperity. May their life always be filled with peace, love, and divine guidance. Wishing them a joyous birthday and many more blessed years ahead. All right, lovely, man. Dolly and Dolores. Yeah, so, you know what the Portuguese passport will save me from too? The UK visa. I wouldn't need no visa to go UK. I could be bad, you know. I had to get a Portuguese passport, boy. I had to get. Yeah, man. All right, so I tell you what. We are out for today. Tomorrow is Thursday. We'll have Dr. Watson on. We also have Mr. Ramkumar Narayan Singh with the Industrial Relations. We'll find out his thoughts about Labor Day and everything that went on there. First hour is yours. And Friday, we have some guests in studio with a product. They'll be doing an interview. We have a couple of them coming in from foreign. I'll give you more information on that tomorrow. But we have that interview, and there's also an event. I have to call the people to confirm today. It has to do with Massey All-Stars and a whole event. I'll give you all more information on that tomorrow. But until then, do enjoy the rest of the day. People stay safe. And I guess look out for the seals. They're here. We're out.